Trigger warning. So, anyone that cannot handle criminal things or things that are uncomfortable talking about, stop watching. Do not watch this. I have been taking a course since September in remote viewing and criminal investigation. And I wasn't going to talk about this. I still have a couple weeks left. But I was so shook today over this whole thing that I mean, I've had a hard time with this class anyway, but I've got to talk about this because I have loved ones out there that that are graduating or high school, going off to college, starting their careers. And I just think that I need to talk about this. So here we go. Um, I was working on a sex trafficking labor ring for the last week. Okay, so I get a case number. This is how this works. And then I meet with my professor, and then I do another scan, and then we go over the material, and then she tells me how I did. So this one in particular was by far the hardest one that I've done. And I can talk about it because it's already happened. I don't watch the news. I do not like to watch scary movies. So this was one that some of you may have heard of. I've never heard of it. It was called Nexium. It was an executive success program, kind of a self-help group. And his name was Keith Rainier, and he's in prison now for 120 years. One of his celebrity groupies was Allison Mack, who was an actress in Smallville. They branded the women. It was labor and sex trafficking, skin branding, murder. They even had the Dalai Lama that they paid. Now he was no part involved in this except for he went and did a talk so that it would make them look good, and they paid him. So it was just a paid transaction. There was nothing shady about that. He didn't know, right? But that's how incredibly crazy this gets. People don't realize that they're in a cult or in a group like this until they're so deep in that they can't see daylight. So it's on YouTube. There's a TED Talk on it. You can watch it to your heart's content. But the reason that I'm talking about this is because who doesn't want to do a self-help program? Who doesn't want to go do these things, right? And then you don't even know that you're in it. And it doesn't stop there. It's modeling agencies, it's acting, it's pyramid schemes, and I had no idea. I mean, I feel like Americans have been duped enough with all of the stuff going on in Hollywood right now, and just everything, right? And I mean, I have my own reasons for taking this course, and just something that I had been looking into for quite some time, and then just decided, you know what, I need to take this class or this course. So I did. And like I said, this is the hardest one I have done so far. But I want all of you to be aware out there that there are cults, there are groups out there that are, you don't know they're cults or groups, and there's a facade. And don't be duped. Be careful. Do your homework. I am a QHHT practitioner, so hypnotherapy can be a beautiful, wonderful thing, but it can also be used for something very, very dark and sinister. And it just so happens that that's what this guy did. And he lured a lot of people in, and they had no idea. So whenever your gut tells you this isn't for you or run, just listen to your gut and do your homework. I hope you find this helpful, and I apologize. I know this is trigger warning all over it, but it's important that we get the word out so that people don't step into this because it can be very dark and dangerous. Hope you find this helpful.